아, 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 와, so late. 으아, 아, 아, 아. Hi guys. 와, 오, sorry guys, I'm late. 히히. Yesterday, I got super tired. 어제 너무 피곤해가지고 오늘 9시 일어났어요. Can I confess? I woke up at 9 today. So I had to eat breakfast and get things ready, and now it's already 10:30. 빨리 주말 왔으면 좋겠다. I want weekends to come. I cannot I cannot stay awake for this long. Anyways, today we will look into Boring Company. Actually, I was like, should I take today off? Because I had lots of editing, but I didn't get to do any of them yesterday. 어제 너무 뭔가 바빴어. 편집할 시간이 너무 없으니까 maybe then today I will cut stream short and then come back later tonight. 오늘 방송을 짧게 하고 차라리 저녁 때, 밤 때 게임 방송하는 게 나을 수도 있을 것 같아. 기존 컨텐츠랑 게임 같이 병행하려고 하니까 너무 너무 피곤하더라고요. 그래서 편집을 못 하고 있어 요새. 야. Let's look into Boring Company. We have no time. 잠깐만. Before we look into Boring Company, I saw this morning, it seems NG-1 flew. So, let's see. 이게 something good happened. 잠깐만. Something happened, guys. Something happened with NG. Good morning. So, let's see. 18 hours ago, there was a countdown. So actually this was yesterday. I thought this was gonna be Friday. Wasn't it 17th? I guess I misunderstood the date, but so New Glenn safely reached its intended orbit during today's NG-1. So actually, it beat that. We were talking about like 20% to 80% or 50 to 50. Oh, wow! It beat this. So actually launched on the 16th, 2 a.m. from the launch pad. 와, 이거야? 잘 됐네. So their first launch was actually very successful. Second stage in its final orbit following 2 successful burns of the BE-3U engines. Wow, guys, I can read this article now. This article is making so much sense. 와, 슬슬 읽혀. 레전드다. 우리 좀 똑띠해졌는데, 여러분. 오. Blue Ring Pathfinder, we know what that is, guys, too, is receiving data and performing well. We lost a booster. 아쉽네. So they couldn't find the booster, which was sad. Booster didn't come back. That's actually I feel like, personally, I think this is kind of big. Incredibly proud New Glenn achieved orbit on its first attempt. We knew landing our booster, so you're telling me there's a chance on the first try was an ambitious goal? What happened to the booster? New Glenn is foundational to advancing our customers' critical mission as well as our own. Vehicle underpins our effort to establish sustained human presence on the moon, harness in space resources. So only the payload went up to the moon, right? There was no astronauts. I guess that's the name of the booster. That's actually really funny. So I guess they weren't really quite confident about landing their booster. New Glenn is foundational to advancing our customers' critical mission as well as our own. Vehicle underpins our effort to establish sustained human presence on the moon, harness in-space resources, provide multi-mission, multi-orbit mobility through Blue Ring, and establish distance in low Earth orbit. So the future will carry the Blue Moon Mark 1 cargo lander and Mark 2 crewed lander to the moon as part of NASA's Artemis program. 아, 여기 이렇게 있구나. Artemis program. 이것도 뭔지 알지? It's NASA's mission to go to the moon. Yeah. So I got videos on Discord. So I'm guessing this was today's launch? Or yesterday's launch? 이거 아니지? What is this?
Incredible news. We just heard the call out for booster engine cut off.
Engine startup.
Most engines cut off down to those
Stage
middle
separated.
three.
이게 부스터네.
Cruise manifest startup.
Was this a booster? Ah, that's SpaceX. Ah, really? Did SpaceX land today? 잠깐, let's find the Blue Moon, Blue Origin one then. 이거였네. 보자. Just give me a second. Oh shoot. So it was on hold. Here, I think.
Off a few nights ago, we had our first attempt at this NG-1 launch, and the team had trouble a couple technical issues along the way, which exceeded our available launch window, and we had to call a scrub.
Yeah, the team realized that the scrub was due to ice forming in a purge line on the auxiliary power unit that powers some of our hydraulic systems. Now, of course, auxiliary power units, or APUs, these will provide power to a variety of systems. It includes some of our hydraulics and other actuating surfaces.
Now,
Is there a
again,
reason they did it at
we
2 in the morning,
prepared
though?
rigorously for this first flight. Anything beyond our first objective, which is reaching orbit safely, is going to be a bonus. We know landing the booster on the first time is ambitious, but you know what? We are going for
So
it.
they already
And no
knew
matter
that
what happens, we're gonna
returning the
learn so much. We'll
booster return would have
refine and we're
been
gonna
kind
apply
of
that knowledge
ambitious.
to our next launch.
And yes, that booster landing, we are really going to go for it. It's a key part of our first flight, and we really can't wait to see what happens with the booster. And yes, we recognize here at Blue Origin, it is incredibly hard to pull off, especially for the first time you try it, but you might even say we're just a little crazy to try it on the first flight, but the data we get for flying the complete mission profile is incredibly valuable.
You know, in fact, the attempt that we went through just the other night really netted us data about our vehicle, about our operations. So even though we didn't lift off, just going through the countdown in launch control was so valuable for our team. It is our goal to net immense amounts of collective knowledge about our vehicle as we build up our program, and that knowledge base is already growing.
I want to remind you that we have an early technology demonstration for Blue Ring on this flight. Now, this isn't the full Blue Ring vehicle. It is a Pathfinder featuring core subsystems that we want to validate. It's a non-separating payload that is going to stay attached to the second stage through its
Non-separating payload.
entire 6-hour mission duration.
6 hours
It
duration,
is
yeah?
another exciting day, and we're just so glad that you are back here joining us for this launch attempt. Once again, it's not just Denise and me. We got a couple other faces helping us bring you all of the action today. Why don't we check in with Maggie McNeese from our government team in our DC office. She's reporting from upstairs in Mission Control. Maggie, you there?
오, 멋있다,
I'm
근데.
here so long as you're here and my friends here in Mission Control are here. I'm gonna stay.
Okay, good. All right, welcome back to our next launch attempt. Maggie, do you want to remind our viewers where you're standing up there? You are just one floor above us. What's around you? What's the action?
I've got Mission Control right here on my right. Just down the hallway a little bit is our Launch Control Center. These rooms have our controllers, our engineers, everybody who's working to make this launch a success today.
Love it. Thank you so much, Maggie. We're going to patch you in as we go. Why don't we check in now with Eddie Seifert back at nearby Cars Park. Our Ford employees once again are gathering for a second attempt. They are hardcore.
Ooh. Okay, let's skip through this. What I love about watching this later.
Guys, let's do this. Minutes to go until here as this rocket gets ready for its first launch ever.
Is it doing like a countdown? 근데 멋있다. It's really cool, guys. Let's kind of fast forward. I guess it seems like they're double checking in the office too. Wow. Oh, their monitor is LG.
Back, everybody. We are at T-minus 11 minutes and 12 critical dedicated to the larger mission at Blue Origin. And
Suddenly there is a hold.
So many of them.
Blue. Club for the Future is Blue Origin's
에 뭐야 왜 이렇게 애드가 많아? Suddenly increase time. Suddenly more increase time. 어 뭐야? We are awaiting a waveboard boat. Ah, there was a boat in the way. 아, 아이고.
room to spare on the sides. Our fairings are just that.
And obviously we've prepared here. It's really meaningful to us.
Okay, 5 minutes. Hopefully no debate this time.
Anywhere.
Okay, not go anywhere, guys. So they are really ready.
T-minus 4 minutes and counting. Terminal count active.
Ooh, more minutes!
Safing timer started. BS.
오.
T minus 3 minutes 30 seconds. Upending system armed. Magic charge initiated.
Our team is now securing all the commodities to our first stage and our second stage. They're also going to be draining and purging all the umbilicals that are supplied to New Glenn.
T minus 3 minutes. GS2 hydraulic secured. Magic charging complete. T minus 230. GS1 pre-press start.
Is it going?
We are now pressurizing the tanks to their flight pressures. Of course, this is crucial
GS2
for the
chilled pre-press
performance
start.
of our engines. Getting ready for launch.
T minus 2 minutes.
오.
We're now going to be switching off the ground power supply and transitioning New Glenn to its internal vehicle batteries. When this happens, the vehicle is now powering itself. Let's do this, New Glenn.
T minus 130. Power internal.
There it is, New Glenn is alive.
와. Oh, sorry.
T minus 60 seconds.
오, 60 seconds.
Range green. AFSS flight enabled.
What is this fire here? Is that to heat up? Ah, they said they had 2 engines on the side at the launch pad. 와, 멋있다.
APU's running.
Hello.
T minus 30 seconds. GS1 at flight level. GS2 at flight level.
Ah, that one also launched. Let's watch the Starlink then
That's
too.
the big water command. There's the water deluge. Here we go, New Glenn. It's time to do it.
뭐야? Wait. Why do they have water? Wait, where is the water coming from? 왜 water이 생기지? 뭐지? Why is the water? Where is the water?
Enabled. T minus 10, 9,
Ah, cause it's too hot.
6, 5, 4.
아, 미쳤다. 1, countdown, let's go! Lift off! Wow, look at the camera shaking. 가자!
All 7 engines at full thrust.
7 engines at full thrust.
Clear the tower. Now passing 18 seconds into flight.
Reduce damage to launch pad. 가자!
Engine chamber pressures look good. 27 seconds in, vehicles. Now begun the pitch roll maneuver to point down range. Body rate responses are nominal. Chamber pressures continue to look good. Now 40 seconds into flight.
와, 미쳤다. Water
And roll
suppresses
straight
the
to
sound
level.
and protects the launch
Chamber
pad.
pressure
Ah, so
continue to look
protection.
50 seconds in. Data quality looks good coming down from the vehicle. Chamber pressures continue to look nominal. 1 minute into flight.
둘, 넷, 여섯, 일곱. 와, 이게 엔진이야. That's the LNG engine. 와,
Continue to look good
멋있다.
on the first stage. Data quality is good coming down from the vehicle. Body rate responses are nominal.
Space flight, and
1
laying
minute,
the
15
first
seconds into
bricks
flight.
as we build a road to space for the benefit of Earth.
Profile looks good.
maximum Q가 뭐더라? Let me kind of cheat, guys. 잠깐만. 나 이거 보면서 할게.
Engines continue to perform well. Now passing 1 minute.
I'm
30
guessing
seconds
the
into flight.
maximum
Mach 1
Q is their stage separation? 가자!
Engines continue to perform well. Now passing through max Q,
Oh.
maximum dynamic pressure.
Oh, that's the maximum dynamic pressure. That's like the most power they are forcing onto the thing.
Data quality continues to look good. Chamber pressure is looking good.
And
All
we
7
pass through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure.
Maximum dynamic
Toughest
pressure.
part of the flight on that vehicle, we have
passing 2
punched
minutes into
through
flight.
it, and New Glenn
Chamber
continues
pressures
its
continue to look
ascent
good
to
on all
space.
7 B4 engines. Acceleration profile is good. Body rates look good.
It's
1 minute
where
to go.
the aerospace vehicle flight reaches the maximum difference between the flood dynamics total pressure and the ambient static pressure.
DU LH2 chill in started.
So it's like maybe the fastest?
Force continues to perform well throughout the
maximum...
stage.
뭐라고 설명해야 돼? How the
Now passing 2 minutes 30 seconds into flight.
아,
Trajectory is
오.
nominal.
Almost at the separation,
2 minutes,
guys.
40 seconds. Approximately 30 seconds remaining in boost phase.
And here we are coming up
Chamber
on
pressures on all
Nico.
7
Main engine cut off. Let's stand by for that.
Continue to look good.
Main engine cutoff is Miko. Miko.
Stage 2 RCS priming.
Almost at the separation, guys.
Now passing 3 minutes. And we have Miko.
We are at Miko!
Stage set.
미코는 뭐야? Wait.
And we have ignition
Miko.
on both BE3Us. Chamber pressure is good.
So separation should have been happening right now. The camera quality isn't that good, but
Now passing 3 minutes,
Miko
40
is
seconds
main
into flight.
engine cutoff. So they're cutting off the main
Data
engine.
quality coming down from both stages.
And then they're separating the booster from the payload, and then the payload will start their engine to go further
We have
as the
good fuel
booster
bearing
falls
tension.
down. But we don't know what's happening. They're cheering.
Separation
BE3s continue to
confirmed
perform
of the
well.
two
Body rates are
stages.
good.
So there was successful separation.
Stage 2 is now continuing its launch and flight. Up into
Now
MEO.
passing 4 minutes 20 seconds into flight.
Our booster is going to try to make a
Less
landing.
than 3 minutes.
And
until
fairing jettison is the process of removing the fairing, which is like the nose part, the side part. Remember the fairing, guys?
To make a landing.
bottles look good.
So the side protection, you know, it's like condoms off.
Good on both stages.
Wait, that sounds kind of weird. Sorry. Okay, 미안해.
4 minutes 50 seconds into flight.
That's so weird. 미안해. Protection's off and then it's like out. 아니야. Don't be sus. Don't be sus. Are you into aerospace industry? No.
Now passing 5 minutes 10 seconds into flight.
We just studied it yes 2 days ago, so we wanted to kind of catch up with
Thrust on
this.
both BE3s.
I don't know. Well, you guys know what I mean, right? Fairing is kind of like the condom of the
20 seconds in.
airspace. So, you
2
know,
minutes
they
now
launched
remaining
and
to
then
one engine
everything's
Thank you
out
again,
there.
everybody, for
Just
joining
wanted
us
to
for
reach
New
out.
Glenn's first launch to space. So far, 5 minutes and 30 seconds into launch. Everything continues to be nominal. A clean separation of stage 1 from stage 2. Stage 1, our booster. We are looking to land it on our landing ship, Jacqueline. There you see its targeted landing spot where the feather is there.
Okay, so I'm guessing the green is the booster.
And stage 2, carrying the Pathfinder for Blue Ring, will continue its mission up towards MEO orbit, where we will be collecting data for 6 hours. But let's continue to watch
Oh.
here as the two vehicles continue on their way.
And they're hoping to send the payload up in the air. 너 멋있다.
Confirm GS1 engine chill active.
Though they really need to work on the camera quality
Less than 1
too.
minute now remaining to
Sorry, it's been
exo
like
atmospheric engine ignition.
I'm telling my professor the fairing is
minutes,
the
30
condom of the
seconds into
rocket.
flight.
No, he will
So
understand.
coming up here, we're going to see the
Just don't
middle
mention
of
my
the
name, though.
three 7BE4
Body
engines
rates on
on the
GS1
booster
and GS2
light
look
up.
good. Chamber pressures on both VE3Us
This is going to
continue look good
slow
throughout
the
burn.
vehicle down, and then as the vehicle gets closer to the landing ship, the Jacqueline, the two outer of the three middle engines will shut off, and just one in the center will remain to help slow
rate
as well as
stamping out
guide the
nicely on
vehicle
GS1.
back to the landing ship.
7 minutes into
As you've
flight.
also seen on the booster vehicle, we have the steering fins at the top of the booster, as well as the strakes, which act essentially as wings. This vehicle is flying back to the Jacqueline, providing lift to come in for a nice, soft, and vertical landing onto the landing ship, the Jacqueline.
So I guess they didn't get the
Chamber pressure
booster,
on
but
both
they still have the
VE3Us.
GPS of the booster. I wonder why they couldn't find the booster though.
All three engines relight confirmed.
It sounds like they were landing safely, but the
GS2.
booster seems like it
Continuing
didn't.
through its planned burn. Now 7
They
minutes,
didn't
21
predict the
seconds.
landing spot of the booster. Why are they cheering?
Seeing good MR response on the V3U engines, seeing good throttle profile. Chamber pressures continue to look good throughout the burn. 8 minutes, 20 seconds into flight.
Just to clapping.
GS2 tank pressures staying within their acceptable limits. Body rate responses look good. Chamber pressures look good throughout the burn. 8 minutes, 40 seconds in. Now passing 9 minutes into flight.
SpaceX has failed attempts, if I recall.
Continue to see data
Yeah.
from both stages.
But let's look into SpaceX too. Oh, they did their Star Guardian? What's it? Guys, I'm sorry, my brain is like so dead. A Starship. They did their Starship today too.
GS2 data quality continues to look
Yeah.
good throughout the
I
burn.
think Blue
Chamber
Origin did a
pressures,
really good
both
job for their
engines
first
staying very
try.
close to each other.
So I can see
GS2 trajectory is nominal.
SpaceX is like testing multiple times versus Blue Origin is like perfectionist. So the fact that it was successful the first attempt is amazing.
Less than 3 minutes now remaining in the GS2 burn.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Wow, what a moment so far. We obviously have some frozen data here on our stage one, on our booster. We're still waiting to understand what the situation is with the booster.
Okay.
Meanwhile, our second stage, GS2, continues
10 minutes, 20 seconds into
its
flight.
ascent, as well as its climb towards Mio, which is where it is headed this evening.
미오가 어디야? Where is Mio?
We are still
Blue Origin
waiting.
did really good.
Throttle response
Again,
on both
our
V3U
first
engines.
our primary objective, getting to
rate,
orbit safely.
How do you spell
Let's
Mio?
stand by here.
Is it just MEO? Space. Mio orbit. Ah, Mio orbit
Tank
is
pressure
medium
staying within
Earth
acceptable
orbit,
limits.
guys.
Bottle pressures look good.
Oh,
Data
which
quality
is
continues to look
a
good throughout the
space
burn.
between the lower Earth orbit and the geostationary orbit. So it's just saying, so if there is, Earth is here, And there's different orbits around Earth.
11 minutes, 10 seconds.
They're going to the medium Earth orbit, which is like approximately, I guess, like 2,000 to 36,000 kilometers above Earth. So 1,243 to 22,300 miles above Earth. They call it MEO, medium Earth orbit.
Data looks good coming down from TDRS.
So as the rocket, the pressure increases, but it gets higher. The atmospheric pressure decreases, so the maximum Q is when the sum of it is highest. Oh. So the benefit of MEO is that it's less expensive to reach
Good, tracking nicely.
the
Chamber pressure,
geostationary orbit.
body rate responses are stable.
Basically, the point
12
of the
minutes, 10
maximum
seconds into
stress.
flight.
어, 그치. 야. 근데, 어. 근데, it's been a while since I studied the physics and everything, so I forgot what the atmosphere
ISP
pressure is.
GS2 is now orbital.
Is that where the force? Well, why are they? Did booster touchdown? Suddenly it's going like speed. Let's cheer. Woo! And then the benefits of MEO, it says that there's fuel efficiency, so it does take less fuel intensive to
And we have
operate
engine
in than even low Earth orbit, LEO.
Body rates look good following engine cutoff.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Seco,
First ghost
we
coast to
cut off the engines on the second stage. What does that mean? That means that we hit our key, critical, #1 objective. We got to orbit safely. Congratulations.
Oh, so they got to MEO, guys. On their first try, guys. Remember, we can't compare this with SpaceX because SpaceX tried multiple times. But this is saying that on their first try, they made it to MEO, which was very successful. At least nothing broke.
We are in space. We've got our Blue Ring Pathfinder
뭐야, 저 하이맘은 뭐야?
ready to start drawing in all of that great information. What a
And now they can collect information.
We're going to go to Cars Park here. We have Eddie Seifert.
14 minutes, 10 seconds into flight.
Well, I guess nothing much about the booster. 아, 여기 있네.
We're amazing. You can feel the energy. What a fantastic day. Thank you, Eddie. To the whole team, again, congratulations on getting to orbit. Now, I know all of you are tuning in. We're still trying to get all of the data here. We seem to have lost telemetry on the first stage, on the booster. We very well may have lost the booster. We are still
안
coming in
돼.
with all of the information. I want to make sure that we get you the right information. But nonetheless, the main objective that we were going for this evening is that we hit orbit. And now I do have confirmation that we did in fact lose the booster. You can see from the map there how close physically the booster got to making its landing. Of course, we'll have all of the information on what exactly happened.
근데
with the
booster 좀
in the last
아깝다.
moments.
Kind of
As you
unfortunate
did
with the
hear,
booster, but
we
not
did have
bad.
the booster relight the 3 middle engines, which is what we were looking for. So things we know were good up until that point. But we just need to go through the data. And of course, after the show, on all of our social media channels, we are going to have more information on those details. But key here, we hit our main objective. We got to orbit.
Gosh, it was electric. I've got these people here. Control.
근데
Stone, who has been on this program since day one. Other Stone. We've got Jeff Bezos. We have Dave Limp, our CEO. Mark.
CEO가 왔구나. CEO came.
A new beautiful. were lit to this team, Blue Origin, across heading to orbit is countries, companies, whatever you want to say it, that have ever been.
잘했다. Really good job. Yeah, first try. Oh. Do we start by AST space mobile? AST space mobiles. Is this? They will be competing to Starlink? Ah, they will be using Blue Origin to deploy. Oh. 진짜? Let's go. 잠깐만. MO. Okay. And then let's watch Starlight. Is it Starlink or Starlight? 너니? 아, 여기 있구나. 아, 이거야? Oh, nice. Thank you. And then later. 근데 얘는 너무했다. A Starship. And then later today, this was launched.
20 seconds.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
I feel like I jinxed Starship talking good things about it.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Booster check pressure is nominal.
All right, we're more than 30 seconds into flight. Telemetry showing 33 out of 33.
근데 진짜 좀 the camera work is really nice.
Booster chip, avionics power, and telemetry nominal.
Hearing good call.
Yeah, right?
Booster avionics. You just heard the rumble hitting us about 6 miles
아, 근데
away.
like I said, first try.
Starship arc into just endless blue skies right now.
So this
Vehicle
Starship
supersonic.
flight was, the purpose of this was to also
More
just
than a
collect
minute into
data.
flight, the
Data.
vehicle's supersonic.
Max Q.
So we just passed through max Q. That's the greatest stress the vehicle is going to experience on the way uphill. Reminder that all of our teams down here on the ground are now looking
Oh.
at systems on the tower. They just did a manual check through. That's going to inform that manual flight director's decision.
Starlink for data sync. Oh.
Next moment coming up though is going to be hot station.
What is Starlink?
Don't take your eyes off it. It's one heck of a light show.
It's satellite internet
a gorgeous
constellation operated by Star
Six ship engines
Service.
getting ready to ignite. That's going to happen while we're
But it's
still
created
attached.
by internet service구나. Starlink가. Oh.
We can still see the ship's engines from the ground.
Got a little under 30 seconds away from that. We are hearing good call outs on the tower preparedness from the manual checks. Reminder though, we've still got automated checkouts on the booster and the ship itself. But as of right now, our manual checks and our manual commanding is looking go for a catch.
Booster engine cut off.
That is incredible news. We just heard the call out for booster
Alright,
engine
Miko.
cutoff.
Engine startup.
Most engines cut off down to those
Stage
middle
separation.
three.
안녕. Bye booster. 아, booster 너무 귀여운 것 같아. Yeah, you can even see the camera work for the booster landing off. That's really cool. So the
All right,
left
hot
one we are
stage
seeing it's the
confirmed. We've
booster,
got a
and it's
booster
going
hopefully on
literally
our winds,
what we
way
thought
back
of
to us,
of
and a ship
flipping.
now making its ascent burn into space. How's it going in Hawthorne, Jesse?
이렇게 떨어지는 게 너무
It's
신기해.
great over here. You can hear the crowd screaming for every milestone. The booster is now making its way back down to Earth. Looks like we have 12 of those 13 engines
there was trouble?
ignited. We're using the engines that actually gimbal.
We
So
are go for booster return.
an excellent call out there. We are
와,
go for
근데
booster
진짜
return.
멋있다. It's really cool. I also
There's a lot of
love the
criteria that needed
image
to
that we
line
are
up
seeing
to
for the
ensure
booster.
that we could have a
Booster
safe
burn shutdown.
booster catch, and it sounds like we got the go for that. And there you can see on your screen, we had the we just
와, 화질 봐
jettisoned
미쳤다. The
hot
quality is
stage,
just so good. It looks like a
and
game.
there's a great, excellent view there of the hot stage floating away from the super heavy booster. Now we've shut down the engines for that boost back burn. That confirms
Right?
boost back burn is now complete. That was the first of 2 burns required to.
Oh,
for the
look
vehicle
at
to make its
이게
way back
뭐라고?
down
What
to
was the
Earth.
name of this?
And
Finn?
next coming
Oh,
up
you guys
will
gonna
be the
see my
landing
thing.
burn. That's going to be
잠깐만, guys. What is the name of this again? 이게 뭐였더라? That's
to
the
make its way
booster
back down to
changing
Earth.
direction,
And
right?
next coming up will be the landing
Hey,
burn.
look,
That's
I
going to be
was-
13 of those center engines igniting again.
So for my
That
IRL
will
stream, we're gonna be
then go
using.
down to, from 13 down to
we'll be
3
using
engines
Starlink.
just right before we touch down for that booster catch. Now, reminder: our stage 1 objectives are to have a controlled ascent, stage separation, as well as a controlled boost back burn and hot stage as well. So we're looking good for that so far. Some great views there.
와, 멋있다.
That looks
와,
incredible.
a great fin. 와, 진짜.
Now, Starship's ship is still
Right?
firing its engines
I
right
agree.
now.
Starship trajectory nominal.
And
booster 이게
great
꺾었어.
callouts. Starship trajectory is nominal. You can follow along the telemetry,
really?
the altitude in the bottom left-hand corner for the super heavy booster, as well as the bottom right-hand corner for the ship. And these views are just amazing.
Yeah, the view is really amazing.
Again, the booster is currently making its way back to the tower today. So we're looking forward to a booster catch with the chopsticks. And in the meantime, you can see those grid fins there,
Grid fins that I
helping
했구나. They
to
really did say grid fins.
control the vehicle and guide it back to its landing site.
Booster FTS is saved.
Now with that, we're gonna hand it back. How's it going over there, Dan and Kate? How are you doing, Kate? Seeing that in person.
You know, Dan had to take that entire segment because I couldn't talk. That was
There
incredible.
it is.
We can see the booster coming back in now through the plume. At least it looks that way to us. It's incredible that it basically returns. It looks like a speeding, just like
Ship
this
rupture chamber pressure is
silver
nominal.
flare coming back to the. Once again, we are standing by for attempting to catch the booster at the tower. This would be the second tower catch.
Booster landing burn
Landing
start.
burn.
So they call the booster
The 13
arm
engines?
catcher, the chopstick. 그러니까. Isn't that a funny name?
Booster
Booster!
now hovering as it aligns with the tower for catch.
Can I catch it?
Booster coming
야.
in. Get ready for that boom, Kate.
Down to 3
와, 이건 진짜.
Booster landing burn shutdown. Megazilla has caught the booster.
You know what's really cool about this? Can I just say one thing?
Get
봐봐.
ready for that.
They come at this like angle. Do you guys see this like angle here? Once they catch the top part, this bottom part adjusts naturally like this. 이렇게 가는 게 너무 like it looks like it's about to hit that like metal bar and they came at a wrong angle, but by the time the top is caught, then it naturally moves like this. 이게 미친 거야.
Boom, Kate.
Down to 3 engines.
진짜 멋있어. Yeah, it hovers at the very last minute. 맞아.
Megazilla has caught the booster.
That was like $1 million save. Again. They just saved another $1 million of catching the
You
booster.
heard it here. Mechzilla has caught the booster.
I love how they call
Once
it
again,
top
for the second time, a successful catch by the launch tower. This is the same tower, the launch pad,
I
where
know.
that booster took off from just 7.5 minutes ago.
And it just takes 7 minutes to
From
come
the
down
chopstick
and safely
arms,
reach.
looking at those hypersonic grid fins that steer the booster for that precision landing.
Hypersonic grid fin is the fins
looks like
that
it's flapping
drive
its
the
wings.
Yeah, you
booster.
can see just how small that catch fitting is too on something that's
It looks
just
so small.
massive.
Stand by. Whoa,
That
satellite
was
cam.
Absolutely insane.
But doesn't the fin look so
Meanwhile-
small compared to the
We're not
booster?
done. But
We're
wait,
not
there's
done yet.
more. Wow, that is just absolutely stunning.
아니 잠깐만. It's these fins, no? These are the grid fins that drives them. So compared to the booster, it looks small, but real life it's really big.
And this, of course, a gorgeous view there from the tower looking down at the top of the booster.
Ah.
All right, and we
Ah,
are
I
tracking-
finally realized there was no clamp in the bottom. Because I thought this was the clamp for the bottom part. Right? Yeah.
Now we're standing by for views from the ship, but
Hey guys,
who
don't
can take their
spoil
eyes off
me!
of that
Why?
incredible
SpaceX fail?
sight.
Hey!
That is once again
You
the
guys all
second
donate for those who
catch of the
spoiled.
booster back at the launch tower. It was incredible to
Nice.
see it come back down. Just this silver flare in the sky. And we can
I
still
didn't
see
know,
the
it's
launch
okay.
plume behind us. And wow, that
아,
we,
근데 진짜
we,
죽인다.
we definitely. I can't speak for you, Dan.
And look at all the water that has to be there because of all the heat.
But
For the
that was
protection.
very moving for me.
Yeah,
This is all water, guys. Right?
and right now you can see some of the telemetry on the ship engines
No,
has
I
gone
didn't
out.
mean
I'm
it.
waiting for an update
It's okay,
on
it's
what
okay.
our ship status is. We were approaching that ship engine cutoff time, so just waiting to hear. So obviously we've got booster back, booster on the launch tower in the chopstick arms, but we are waiting to get an update now on the ship.
I didn't even read the title, guys.
As we were expecting ship engine cutoff about 40 seconds ago. We saw some of those engines start to go out prior to that point.
아, 근데 booster catch는 진짜
And
잘한다.
so right now
I
we
wish
are-
they
we
would
are
mix
just standing by to
booster
try and
along with
get the latest word
along
on where
with
we are with ships. So stick with us for just a couple of minutes as we
Blue Origin.
wait to hear some updates.
Sometimes it'd be nice
Now,
if they
you
can
just
work
recently
together,
joined
but you
us,
can't because
you
they are
might
two
wanna
different
hit
companies with
rewind
two
and go
different
back
mechanisms.
About 9-10 minutes ago to when Starship lifted off from the launch tower that you see there. We had a gorgeous ascent followed by a stage separation where the ship separated from the super heavy booster. The booster performed a flip maneuver and returned back to the Gulf Coast here. There you can see it on your screen. Obviously,
아,
a
근데
successful
booster
catch
catching was just so
back at the
sexy.
launch tower, which is something that we were all hoping to see.
Oh,
and
really?
couldn't
Jeff
ask for
congratulated
a more
Elon
beautiful
for
background
the
with those
catch? Did
blue skies.
Elon
and blue
congratulate
water
Jeff
there.
for
As
the
Dan said,
thing?
we are standing by for.
근데 I want to invest more in Blue Origin than
engines and started making its
SpaceX,
way,
even if they
up
have
to
good
space.
catch.
So,
I don't know why.
Standing by for more info on that. But wow,
Oh,
what,
when the
what an
camera work was
experience
pretty
to
cool.
See that
Cool.
take off, and for that booster to come back, you can see it there up close on your screen to the place
아,
that
근데 이
launched
catch는
from.
진짜 is the
Once
most
again, there
sexiest
were
thing, I think.
thousands of catch commit criteria, which is basically just all the things that we have to assess and evaluate, and basically make sure that they are. Make sure that everything is clear and acceptable conditions, both on the vehicle side as well as the tower side, in order to enable that catch. So obviously from the last two flights that we have done where the flight 6 we attempted but had to divert into the ocean, and then on flight 5 we did have the first ever successful catch of the booster. We used the learnings of those two flights to hone in that catch commit criteria, and we
How
saw
come they
success
say it's
today,
their
which
first
is
catch
pretty
of the
awesome.
flight? I thought they caught the
Just a
booster a
quick
couple
status
more
check.
times.
So we currently do not have comms with the ship. So trying to figure out exactly when that happened and exactly.
Ah,
what
그러네.
happened.
They
So
lost the
obviously
ship
the flight
now.
controllers right
11
now,
minutes into the flight.
going
So
through
I
their
guess they
data,
can't find it in the satellite.
looking to make sure it's not anything instrumentation on the ship, but actually.
근데 what happens
try
if you
and get us a
lose the
status.
flight?
So,
Like, isn't
again,
there lots
we're
of
gonna-
garbage
we're gonna keep
now,
listening in
or
on this. We'll
parts
give you an
in
update as soon as we
the
have a little
sky
bit
then?
more. So for now, stage 1 back in the tower.
There's videos
waiting
of
to
people
find
seeing
out a
the
little bit
breakup.
more about
What
stage
breakup?
2.
Who broke up? Is there space drama? Now you can show Phantom's video. Ah, those are related. Ah, the ship broke. Oh, you should see an animation of the space junk. Oh, do I want to? I'm worried. Hi, farmer. We should still wait though. I want to hear more about the ship lost. 야, 근데 I guess this is
So
a
if you are just tuning
pre-recorded
in,
a couple of hours
we caught
ago.
a booster, but we are still waiting to find out a little bit more
Let's watch just
on
two
the
more
ship.
minutes.
So it had successfully separated. We did that hot staging maneuver. We did see all 6 of ship's engines on the way uphill during its ascent. But as we were getting to the end of that ascent burn, we
재밌다.
saw engines dropping out on
This is fun.
telemetry, and we have since lost contact with the ship. So again, we're still listening in on
They
the
are
loops,
they
trying to
lost
figure out
contact of the
how
ship.
much we can get right now. But again, stick with us. We'll bring you updates as soon as we hear them. Really exciting. We were able to catch the booster today. Obviously, we want to get the ship all the way over to the Indian Ocean. May not be able to do that at this point, but we'll give you some updates as soon as we hear a little bit more about the ship.
For those that didn't catch earlier, this was a new version of the ship. This was its debut flight. So a lot of learnings here for sure as we continue to tune in and listen in with the teams and try to gather more information to understand where we stand with the ship. But as Dan mentioned before, teams are trying to make sure that it's not an instrumentation error. We want to find out if it's, did we just lose communication or did something else happen with the ship? So teams are actively working, trying to figure out what we can find out, and we're continuing to listen in and find out more information to share as we can. But as we said before, and you can see it there.
이렇게구나. So they lost on their 7th. CNN. Okay, I checked the news too now. 보자. So it seems that they lost the 7th. Lost the spacecraft. It was actually just to go around Earth and then splash down in the Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean이 어디냐? Oh, almost doxed myself. Where's the Indian Ocean? Probably next to India, right? So they started here and hopefully landed 어디야? 여기로. 여기서 여기까지. 잠깐만. Exploded not long after its 7th test. Exploded? So something exploded? South Texas. 텍사스에서 냈구나. Starship is the biggest rocket ever created. Stands at nearly 400 feet, 121 meters tall. Wow, 121. And packs 16.7 million pounds of force at liftoffs. 이거구나. This is Falcon. New Glenn is pretty tall too, but not as big. 얘네들은 어디 거야? Where is these other ones? Falcon I think is also... Yeah, SpaceX's. 아, 여기서 써있구나. Saturn V is NASA's rocket. Space Shuttle, NASA. Space Launch, NASA. N1 is Russian. And then this is Jeff Bezos. 다음에 we're supposed to crash it. No, not this time. I think that one is in May, you guys said? So what are these videos? 뭐야 저게? What are those? 뭐야 저거? 뭐야? That's what is left of the ship? Those particles got broken off from the ship? 근데 개멋있다. Oh, it's really cool. Whee! Oh, guys, pray. 기도해야 되는 거 아니야? It looks like shooting star. 와, 이거 와. Phantom, did you take video of this? 야, 뭐 진짜 멋있다. 야. Oh, really? Yo, and those are falling down. 진짜, it looks like Independence Day movie effect. 우와, 야, 개멋있다. 와. 샷다? 그다음에 이거는 이거는 이제
Incredible news.
이건 진짜 멋있는 것 같아. I think it's really cool.
Engine cut off.
Engine startup.
Most engines cut off down to those middle three.
너무 귀엽지 않아? I love when the booster falls. 그러니까 이게 이렇게 빠지면서 요렇게 애초에 가네. 이렇게 가네. It goes like this.
All right, hot
이렇게.
stage confirmed. We've got a booster hopefully on our
이렇게
winds
가네.
way back to us.
야,
And a ship
can you imagine? It's
now
going this
making
way
its ascent burn
and then goes
into
this way.
space.
Back down. 진짜 테크놀로지가. 이게 부스터야? 와, look at how fast that thing's going. The hover also happens before the catch. 그게 미쳤다. 와. 너무 맛있어. 진짜. I can see why a lot of kids want to be astronaut. 뭐냐 이거 뭐 space engine pilot engineer human. So Musk posted possible reason. Guess there was probably a gas leak inside the and led to explosion. 근데 no matter what, there was both successful part and things that they have to work on. So I don't want to like judge them or give point fingers, but you know, Blue Origin, great job on having the ship fly on their first try to MEO, which is the medium Earth orbit. It's not easy getting up there, but they made it safely and they are still in contact. So 6 hours of flight and hopefully it'll land safely back to Earth. Maybe we'll get to know when it will land. But that's a big people clap, guys. That's really a big people clap. And then, you know, great job of SpaceX's camera technology. Gosh. Along with catching the what is that? Booster. Wow, the booster catch was really sexy. So. That's true. Jeff lasted longer. So I think they will be a great competition for each other, and hopefully this competition continues, that we'll have really good technology coming up. Hopefully we can start going to the moon. Very oishi. It was very delicious. Good morning. Yeah. 아, 근데 이거는 진짜 얘네는 진짜. Okay, so now we will move on to our main news for today. Is someone mentioned about Boring Company. Why are we doing Boring Company? I don't know, but we're doing Boring Company. I mentioned it to Mia and he was like, what the fudge is this company? So we'll look into it. 잠깐만, let me just change the titles before we get started. Yeah, it'll be boring. So, but don't sleep, guys. It may be boring, but don't sleep. 아, 근데 진짜 애들이 머리가 좋아. Okay, let me quickly go get water before we get started because I'll be probably talking a lot again. 잠깐만요. Just give me a second. Boring. Boring. B-O-R-I-N-G. So the reason why I'm looking into Boring Company is because they have good history. Okay. So this is a new technology that Musk is trying to do. Well, he is the founder of this company. And let's kind of look into why he wants to create tunnels. So the Boring Company creates safe, fast to dig, and low cost transportation, utility, and freight tunnels. The mission is to solve traffic, enable rapid point-to-point transportation, and transform cities. 근데 what is this? 그러니까 how is this different from tunnels in Korea? Is it the same mechanism? So they want to solve the problem of soul-destroying traffic. Road must go 3D, which means either flying cars or tunnels are needed. Unlike flying cars, tunnels are weatherproof, out of sight, and won't fall on your head. 그치. But tunnels have also bad history of causing lots of incidents, like fire and trying to leave. So, this project already failed? This is underground tunnel. I mean, 그러네. So tunnels minimize usage of valuable surface land and do not conflict with existing transportation system. A large network of tunnel can alleviate congestion in any city. No matter how large a city grows, more levels of tunnels can be added. So Loop is an all-electric, zero-emission underground public transportation system. 이거는 뭐 this is and then Proof Rock is a mega infrastructure project designed to tunnel at a speed of 1 mile per week. What is week? Low priority projects? Yeah. So I wanted to look into all of his different projects and see which one has a high chance of success. 진짜 literally just it goes 1 mile per 7 day? What's the point of this though? Why is it creating 뭐지? Why? What? 야, 얘는 좀 이상하다. Even says this is still 4 to 5 times slower than a garden snake. Don't you want to go faster? Not slower? So designed to construct mega infrastructure projects in a matter of weeks instead of years. But it's 1 mile per year. 뭐야? So designed to porpoise. What is porpoise? 이건 뭔 단어야? What? What does porpoise mean? What is boring though? boring의 뜻이 뭐야? Isn't boring? Wrong spelling? It corrected it on me? Is that why I couldn't look it up? 아닌데, it's the right pronunciation. Oh, you can hear. This is how porpoise sounds like. 궁금했어. Because there was like fins and this is porpoise. You guys just side knowledge if anyone wants to. 그럼 B-O-R-E? make a hole in something의 bore도 있구나. That's a good. Really? 기다려봐. 이유도 있구나. As a verb. To go up and down. Repeatedly. Meaning it launches directly from the surface, mines underground, and then re-emerges, go back. So it just does this, you know. This allows Prufrock, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, Prufrock, to begin tunneling within 48 hours of arrival. So I can be creating a tunnel within 48 hours of this. But it's saying it's going 1 mile per week. I'm not understanding the equation, guys. And eliminates the need to excavate expensive pits to launch and retrieve the machine. Excavate expensive pits to launch and retrieve the machine? Designed to tunnel at a speed greater than 1 mile per week, which is 6 times faster than the previous generation, but that's still 4 to 5 times slower than a garden snail. But it's catching up. Medium-term goal is to exceed 1/10 of human walking speed, which is 7 miles per day. How does this work? So, this is day 0. It arrives on site. This is what it is. Ah, it literally just creates a tunnel like this. 그냥 이렇게 쥐잉 하는 거네. And then it takes it out. 우와. 오. Containment of the wall? Oh, that's a good question. I want to see it being used. 그냥 이렇게? Ah, so this thing rotates, catching all the dirt, soil beneath, and yoinking it. Ah, oh. Is it? Sorry, guys. Hey, Gary the snake. Prufrock will catch you. 너무 귀엽다. They're comparing it with the snail. Sorry, not snake. Tripling TBM power. Increase power while improving cooling system. Continuous mining. Installing the tunnel's precast segments simultaneously with mining elements that need to stop the TBM every 5 seconds. Oh, so not only it creates power to break the ground, but also there's a cooling system so that the power doesn't overheat itself. And you are basically creating a tunnel within 48 hours because it goes 1 mile per 7 days. Utilizing rubber-wheeled segment trucks instead of traditional rail-based locomotives eliminates the time-consuming rail installation and maintenance. So by using this, it's saying that there's decrease of tunneling price. Creatures in Dune? Sorry, I don't know what that is. Seems like reduce the tunnel diameter to 12 feet, maintaining the same tunnel diameter for all project in order to avoid reinventing the wheel. And then they're reusing the dirt. Ah. Is there like a video example? Let's see. 이게 제일 메인이네. I guess this is their main product. Let's see if it's on YouTube. Oh, did you know there is a poet named Prufrock? He created the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, which is a book, guys. 보자. 긴가? Ah, so this is the only video. 위. 뭐 없나? 아, 이렇게 있긴 하네. It's actually there are maybe things. So it seems like there isn't any videos. It's just they're just on their testing stage. 아, 이게 this will. Should anyone know German? So this tunnel boring machine was there before, but they upgraded to their own style. So this is how they made tunnels in Germany. 해서 이렇게 뚫었다. So they made a hole like this using the tunnel boring machine. 와, 멋있다. 9. 어. So they rotate it and then the dirt is being picked up. Something like that. So it has to go slow. Because of the amount of dirt it's picking up. Tunnel boring system is actually a mechanism이구나. Who uses... Oh, really? 짱이다. And there must be some type of cooling. 와, 이게 이렇게 가져가는 거야. It's taking it out like this. So how are they creating this bottom part? Oh, no wonder it has to be slow though, guys, right? 그러니까 이게 TBM이네. So this technology isn't any new thing. Oh yeah, I could see why it would be using water. Oh, that's actually really cool, guys. 와, 멋있다. I didn't know TBM was actually like a legitimate thing, guys. 그 다음에 they have Loop is an all electronic. So this is a public transportation. Which passengers are transported to their destination with no immediate stops. No immediate stops. Also known as Teslas and tunnels. So this is Loop, guys. Oh, okay. So it's an express public transportation system that resembles an underground highway more than a subway system. So if a subway line has 100 stops, they would stop at each station, so the trip between stop 1 and 100 would be long. In contrast, loop passengers travel directly to their destination, anywhere between stop 1 to stop 100. Oh. They think that's faster? 그냥 KTX 느낌 나긴 한다. It does feel like KTX. KTX or SRT. Ah, they were actually using this at CES? Elon's companies are all about making money from government programs. 그치 뭐. 아. 야. So express train just for me. 그런 개념이네. So it's like my own taxi driver. 아. Government? 그러니까 I think it's like it's not a bad idea, but he really likes money. 그러면은 that means that there will be multiple cars. So no traffic? Then this car needs to go really fast though. Express system allows loop vehicles to travel faster than conventional subway cars. 아, 이게 돼? Unless who is in charge? I could say it's not a bad start. 그러니까. So it's just Tesla car that does autonomous driving 인 거잖아. 보자. 이거네. Passenger capacity is a function of the quantity of tunnels, quantity of station, da. So they're hoping to get 4,400 passengers per hour with 3 large stations, while in the LVCC loop system. LVCC가 어디야? Where is LVCC? Las Vegas Conventional Center. And then Vegas loop is targeting 90 passengers per hour. Yeah, 90 is pretty... A Tesla on rails? That sounds kind of funny. Uncongested entry and exit. Unlike a subway, there is no practical upper limit to the number of stations that can be built along the tunnel routes because station can be as small as 2 parking spaces. It's not a bad idea, but it's like private taxi. I worry taxi drivers are not gonna like this. It's like your private express taxi with no private express taxi. With no there is a human driver? 그래? 보자. Let's finish reading it. Jinri, stop jumping the gun.
Jinri, I'm going to miss eating dinner and watching you deliver the news in a
Still
few
need taxi
months.
system?
A
Oh,
lot
that's
of
good.
your stories I don't see on the regular news.
LVCC was
Hashtag Jinri
really?
News.
Private. I guess it's not private train. I guess then. Tesla Model S 3, X, and Y have top ratings, so this is the injury. Loop security. They got some things. When designed properly, tunnels are some of the safest place to be during an earthquake. Actually, the biggest problem with tunnels are fire. If some type of fire is to happen, we need to get out of tunnels. So actually, there was in Korea, since Korea has lots of tunnels. They were at one place it was caught on fire and there was no exit to leave. Or yeah, so they had to be stuck there. I think there was like a movie about it too. 한번 보자. So this one doesn't have a. Oh no, it does have a driver. Do you need a driver? though? Whee! 와, 빠르긴 빠르다. It is pretty fast. It does feel like bobsleigh. bobsleigh 같아. Whee! What's the purpose of the driver then? 보죠. So this is actually there?
It's kind of cool.
In Vegas?
Looking through the tunnel, there's like LED lights along the sides, and you kind of speed up as you get inside the tunnel. Normally, transportation in a big city like Las Vegas involves getting a ride share, finding a bus, or taking the monorail. But downstairs from me right now is the future of transport. A fleet of Teslas driving through a boring tunnel that goes under the streets of Las Vegas. And I'm here to check it out.
와, 멋있다.
Elon Musk's boring
I wanna
company
go-
has opened
go
its first
here.
fully operational loop. A 1.7-mile long tunnel 40 feet below the streets of Las Vegas. Built around the Las Vegas Convention Center, the loop is designed to transport passengers between 3 stops using a fleet of 62 Teslas. And when it's up and running, it can move up to 4,400 people an hour. It's not autonomous. When you jump into your Model X or Model 3, there's still a human behind the wheel. And even when you get into the LED lit tunnels, the cars don't go above 35 miles an hour. It's
No.
still early days for the Vegas Loop, but it
So not
does
going
have
that
its
150
advantages.
miles per hour
I must
yet.
say, it's just so good to be inside with the AC on because it is like 100 degrees outside, and I really do not feel like walking a mile around the actual convention center. I could get used to like a gull-wing Tesla just driving me around wherever I want to go.
근데 멋있긴 하다.
The company
It
has
does look
been
like a
around
video
for about
game.
5 years now. It all began with a tweet from Elon Musk complaining about traffic. In the early days, it was pitched as a way of solving gridlock by building a massive network of underground tunnels spanning entire cities.
아, 이거 멋있긴
Passengers
하네.
can drive their car onto an elevator platform the size of a parking space and descend underground before zooming away. Boring even teased concept videos of transport pods designed to ferry up to 16 people at speeds of 150 miles an hour.
It does solve
With
traffic
rides
though.
From downtown LA to LAX in 8 minutes, all for just $1. But building a massive tunnel system has its challenges. The 12-foot wide tunnel has to be dug out, inch by inch, with a tunnel boring machine, essentially a massive drill. Elon
Whoa.
Musk unveiled the first of these tunnels in late 2018 in California, but the Vegas Loop is the first one open to the public, though you'll still need to be attending a convention to ride it.
Oh.
Is to have tunnels like these in cities across the United States, bringing emissions-free subterranean transport to the masses. And one day, the plan is to ditch the drivers and go autonomous. But what will the future look like? Will we get a network of fully
멋있긴
driverless
하다.
transport tubes offering high-speed
아,
rides without
그러네.
the traffic? Or is it just a pipe dream? Well, that remains to be seen.
I mean, US has money. 재밌다. So it's not like a failure, right? If people are still using this, I don't think this is a failed concept yet. 뭐 없니? Does this have any videos? 뭐 없네. 아, 이런 느낌이구나. 재밌네. They did a comparison. Oh, look at the traffic, guys. Yeah, you'll end up having some type of traffic, I feel like, in tunnels though, 아닌가? 아니 무슨 신호등이 저렇게 길어? What lights go this fast though? Which light goes this long? 야 무슨 1분 동안 traffic light is this long? 야 무슨 아 근데 트래픽 라이트이 크긴 커. 재밌네. That's a funny video. 이거랑 tunnels. The reason why he's doing tunnels. You can't stop Vegas? 이거 너무 웃기다. To solve the problem of soul-destroying traffic, transportation network needs to match our 3D. And I still think there might be some type of accidents happening, so we'll have to see what will happen. Yeah. Oh yeah. Traffic lights are the worst. That's why I like roundabouts, but in America they don't have a lot of roundabouts that but they should. Especially like Wisconsin is all I don't like the stop sign too. I think stop signs kind of but Koreans don't know how to drive roundabouts, so But too many traffic lights in Korea. Oh. Because, oh my god, sorry. If there were to have stop signs in Korea, they will not follow it. I know. There's already taxi drivers driving during red light. I don't think having stop signs in Korea is a safe opportunity. US drivers require re-education to use the roundabouts. Talk about Korea, guys. I've seen so many times where they just don't they don't know what roundabouts are. Korea does have right turn on red, but if there's a pedestrian street, they need to stop before they go. I think any Korean any Asian state, any Asia any place in Asia is just so scary. Now they are supposed to stop or else they'll get fined. There's like now a new law. But I don't think you want to drive, in Korea. But I also saw like how scary it is in, I think, Vietnam with the bikes. They say don't look back. That was the most scariest thing. You look left and right, and then you go straight. Like you wait until there's no car. Apparently, you're just supposed to go, and they'll just dodge you, but then you just don't look back. That's so scary though, guys, right? Like, how can... That's super scary. Yeah, so they wrote some benefits and constructions, but I think it's a little too small and scary, to be honest, to be in tunnels. I mean, it's a great technology, it's a great idea, but I don't know. Aren't you guys scared? Like me knowing about tunnels, because in Korea there's lots of tunnels. One of the bad thing about tunnels is that because it's so dark, although there's the LED lights, people start to kind of like sleep through it of driving. So that's always a scary part, but it is an interesting idea. It's not a bad idea, especially if the autonomous car vehicle. Sorry guys. Oh my god, I'm like burping at you guys. Especially if the autonomous vehicles were to work and there will be no drivers driving it, then I think it is a safer choice. But yeah. But I like the Prufrock machines. Prufrock TBM, I think, has more chance of like success, because those I think need to get faster. It is pretty fast right now too. So, what are some other companies that Musk has invented? Elon Musk. Neuralink? Neuralink야? Brain chip? 얘 진짜 재밌게 산다. No other traffic, no pedestrians. Yeah, I think if there was no traffic and pedestrians, it's a great way, but... And just one lane, 그러니까. And autonomous vehicle. How many of you guys will trust Musk with your brain? Quadriplegia? What is quadriplegia? Paralysis in all four limbs. Ah. So leg? Oh. Ah, so arm, leg, leg, arm. Both arms and both legs are quadral paralysis. Basically neck down. 그러게. Hey chat, can I say something Sechi news to you guys? Boss is getting tired, a bit more tired than I expected right now. Can we learn? Let's learn about neural link. Is that okay if we move this to tomorrow? Oh, I'm consistently yawning, and I got a good like 6-7 hours. It was too boring. It was way too boring. But oh, sorry, Chad. I actually can't. It's really hard for me to focus right now. So yeah, I secretly want to play PoE. 근데 I went to bed last night at 10 and I couldn't wake up from my sleep. So I think I have to take a nap. 좀 자고 올게요. 나 너무 피곤하네. Like me reading this actually made me boring. Just kidding. But sorry chat. I'll make it up for you guys with this tomorrow. But body condition isn't like 100% good, especially cuz I pushed it doing stream in the morning and then I went out and then I streamed again last night. So that I did push it. I shouldn't have streamed PoE last night. Sorry. Confession. 어제 좀 무리를 하긴 했나봐요. 그래가지고 몸이 또 피곤해져가지고 좀 자고 와야 될 것 같아. So I'll come back to finishing the neural link and other Musk's invention and then make a video on YouTube for it. Sorry chat for doing short stream today. 오늘 짤방 죄송해요. 좀 상태가 excuse this pregnant women's body. Yeah. Cause my health is more important than you guys right now. 지금 님들보다 내 몸이 더 중요해. I'm sorry. I can say that. You guys are less important than me. Than my body. Sorry. I'm so sorry, chat, for taking a very short stream. 미안해요. Sorry. I'll sleep right away. 죄송합니다. Sorry guys, I'll make it up for you guys tomorrow, but thank you guys for watching. 맷지, 셋지. Good night, see you guys tomorrow. Bye. 안녕.